Tonight we're making the cheesesteak here at Cooking at Robyn's place. We'll be using the Pampered Chef Deluxe Grill and Griddle to help get our meal done as quick and easy as possible. Here are our ingredients that we're using tonight. With these ingredients, you can interchange to your favorite ingredients for yourself at home. So you don't have to use what I have up here, but for demo purposes, I just want to show you how easy this is to make. Here we're going to start off cutting our onions. Depending on your family size and how much you like onions, we're going to be using 3 of these little small, medium to small onions here. It's a white onion. You can use, again, whatever preferred onion you may like. You can also use a large onion. That will feed a family of 4 as well. So once we finish prepping our onions, we're going to go ahead and start prepping our hoagie roll. The hoagie roll I'm using is from the deli section of the store. Probably my preferred place to get any type of roll when I'm dealing with sandwiches that may have oil, grease, or melted cheese in it, and want something durable and something to hold. This is the type of roll you need to have. So what you need to add here is a thin layer of mayo. That's if you want mayo, but I prefer mayo on mine, so a thin layer is always good on both sides of the bun. Once you're done adding the thin layer of mayo, we're going to go ahead and proceed on to our grill. We're going to go ahead and prep our temperature. I just want to show you how these gadgets work up here because I really love this new grill and griddle that Pampered Chef came out with this spring for our spring and summer line. We're going to set our temperature at 350. The cool part about this griddle is that you can adjust the temperature, you can adjust the timer, and also if you want to adjust the temperature on each plate, so one plate be hotter than the other one, you can do that as well. It's just one of the fun things about this griddle. Also, you can easily remove the plates. The plates are easily be able to be removed, and you can interchange it with the waffle iron pan or the grill pan. So you can do whatever one you may like, but tonight we're using the griddle pan. So once we're finished with the griddle pan, we want to make sure we care for it right. Don't do what I did. I have scratches up here on my left-hand side. Just be careful and mindful how you take care of your equipment. Just don't do what I did here with the knife. That's a no-no. But anyways, back to the facts of this meal. We're going to be using for our fat. It's going to be butter tonight, but you can use any type of fat you may like. I just use butter, but if you're someone who likes using coconut butter, because I've tried this before, or coconut oil, I'm sorry, that tastes just like you're using butter. So that's something to think about when you're making this at home. We're going to start with the vegetables first. We're using mushrooms. The mushrooms tend to take a little while to cook. So we want to make sure that we get a good even cook. For me, a dark rusted color. We're going to start with those first, along with adding our onions and banana peppers. With cooking the vegetables first, it makes it easier to get them done quicker or soften easier so that we can mix and blend our beef together easily. So our flavors can blend easily and more tasteful. So let's go ahead and get everything put on the griddle. And then we're going to add our beef. With our beef tonight, I am using a shaved ribeye from the store. The store carries 3 different types. They carry the shaved beef, the shaved chicken, and the shaved pork. They're made to make either the chicken sandwiches or pork sandwiches, or you can use it stir fry. Don't matter what you use it with, but for this instance tonight, we're using to make our cheesesteak sandwiches. What we want to do is make sure we season. Be careful seasoning it. We don't want to overdo it. Just put some salt, pepper, and garlic on our beef. Just be mindful with the banana peppers. They tend to be salty, so be careful. Right now we're cooking it to get to the point where we can start mixing everything together. So when we get that browning underneath that steak, we can start mixing our meat up. So mix our meat up and then also mix our vegetables up. So as you can see here, this is the beginning stages of how we're breaking down our meat and vegetables. We're still going to keep them separated for a little bit because we don't want to undercook and everything gets cooked real fast and it doesn't taste right. So let's keep everything separated for a little bit. It's not going to hurt nothing. So once we're done with that, just be careful. This griddle could sometimes cause things to shift off a lot easier. This is how the leveling is, but it's still a really good griddle. That's my only complaint. But anyways, as you can see here, that mushroom is starting to get that color I want, along with the meat is starting to get the color I want. So we're getting ready to, it's this point you see right here. And this is where we want to get at before we start mixing. So for purposes, you're only going to see the chicken being mixed up because I didn't get a chance to turn my camera back on so you could see when I mix the vegetables together. But it's still the same concept with the chicken as well. You just mix everything together at the point when you reach this point to this point. And this is what we're looking for, the complete doneness of the chicken. So now we're going to start mixing everything together. With this chicken, though, it's pre-seasoned. Be mindful of that. So if you just like the ribeye, you're not going to be seasoned like the ribeye. With this case here, the pre-seasoned meat has tendency to be over salted as it is. So there's no need to season it at all. So be careful when using this at home, because if you're somebody who's sensitive to salt, that's something to think about when you're getting the pre-seasoned stuff. Looking here, you're seeing this meat and vegetables are getting blended in together. We're going to line them up real quick and set them to the side, let them finish cooking together for a little bit before we go into adding our cheese on our meat. Same thing as the chicken, we want to put everything together, but the meat, the beef, we just added 3 slices of cheese. So this is what we're looking for before we add our bun on top. So we're going to let the bun sit there for a little bit and cook while we go back to our chicken. With our chicken, we're not adding cheese to it at all. My son didn't want cheese tonight on his chicken, so it's just a grilled chicken sandwich. So we just put our bun up there and scooted it off real easily. Be careful, the bun can be warm, or it's going to be warm, so be very careful not to burn yourself. But this is what the chicken looks like, and once it's finished, you can plate it up, and it looks so delicious, and he enjoyed it too, mind you. Now here is our cheesesteak. We're going to take that off the grill as well. Be careful, because now the cheese has melted really nicely on this roll and also on the meat. So if you're not careful, you really can burn yourself with the hot cheese. So be mindful of that. Now you can see it pulls away just so nicely and tasty. Ooh, can't wait to eat that. But as you can see here, it's all smoky and deliciousness. And once we finished plating everything, we served it with a side of baked French fries, and we went into town. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this evening, and hopefully you can make this too at home. Have a nice day. Bye.